Pack Squad! The Season 7 finale is finally here. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to Pack Squad's, rules are in the description box down below, but take that with a grain of salt because here in the finale episodes, this is the season finale for episode 7. Every finale episode is actually just a marathon of gameplay. We try as hard as we can to get as far through ranked seasons as we can right before the buzzer, before the new ranked season comes. But make sure you go to the comment section down below right now. Let me know who you think should be the MVP and Cy Young picks for this season to go along with our keepers, because we're getting really close to finishing collections, and I'm probably going to go crazy trying to get that done in season. So here we go, game number 1. Gotta face Randy Johnson. What else is new? Gonna start in the bottom of the 4th of this game. Jordan, he's already doubled once lefty off Randy. Now he's gonna go yard. My goodness. Halloween season. That ball had a family. Disrespectful. We go up 1-0. Top 5. Corbin Carroll makes a nice grab. Cartwheels down to the grass there, and then Francisco Alvarez in the bottom half. After we steal a base runner, we immediately score a run with the leadoff man, doubling up our score. It is 2-0. Top 7 though. He's already got 1 run back, and Chipper's gonna tie it. So just like that, we had a 2-0 lead off of Randy Johnson, and it is gone. We have ourselves a 3-inning game here, 2-2, and he's got Chapman in there. But look at Francisco Alvarez, a multi-homer game. That would be a bonus in a regular episode. A nuke to get us the lead back. It is 3-2. 436 for Alvarez. That pit's down and in for him. You're going to see it again later in this video. He is a glitch down there. My opponent wasn't done though. Gets the leadoff man on, then takes a walk with Joe Mauer. Bunch of tough pitches too when he was free swinging in this one. Good at bat on his part. Wasn't willing to throw him a strike. Took the walk and then got the RBI single to tie it up. But then in the bottom of the 10th, skipping ahead a few innings, Ray Durham's gonna walk us off. We do end up getting the dub in this first game, and he pulled the trigger at the last second. Ejecto Cito, cuz we got the dub. In extra innings, Camilo Duvall out of the Player of the Month pack is who we picked after that win. That was our 1 upgrade. After game number 1, we are 1-0 going into game number 2, making our way towards championship series now. Starting this season at like 550 because our rating dropped at the end of last season from that losing streak. Kind of set us up for a long journey here. We were starting at just over 700 despite the fact that we hadn't lost. I think we had maybe 1 loss. I don't know. Anyway, top first, Babe Ruth. Another lefty bomb. We go from Randy Johnson to Chris Sale. And Babe Ruth goes lefty. Nuke. Very next batter, Albert Pujols. Gets a fastball up and in. We were underneath of that one, but momentum in this game is crazy. It is 3-0 now after the homer. Into the second now. Already got a runner on first with 2 outs. Trey Turner. It's a ground ball right at the shortstop, but he dove. I don't know if that was an accident, if it was intentional. I don't know. We move up to third. We have second and third with 2 outs for Babe Ruth, who's back up again, and he's going to get a little broken back ground ball to the left side. He has Jimmy Rollins out of position at third base, so he doesn't make the play. We end up scoring the run. That was the end of the inning. And then top 3, once again, Francisco Alvarez down and in. Golf's a no-doubter out of here. That one only had 91 exit velo, and it was still a no-doubter. Card's outrageous. Later in the inning with 1 out, O'Neal Cruz goes the other way. Our MVP working on that parallel 5 progress. It's a bomb. Gives us a 6-run lead, and then we strike out Andrew McCutcheon on 3 pitches after he gets a runner on in the bottom of the 3rd. So we go right back to work in the 4th after he got his first base runner since the first inning, and we immediately get Trey Turner back on. Babe Ruth comes up and pokes one out to left the other way. This is where I'm going to start playing with him a little bit. He has not been hitting his cutoffs. He's been throwing it into second, sometimes even into first base from the outfield. So I was first to third on contact there no matter what. And then first to third, he gets a wild pitch, and I played with him there. I didn't go right away. I took off for second, and then once I took off for second, I let him notice that, and I took off for home once he had already started preloading his throw to second, and it was too late. Got him! Another dub. We got the rage quit there on that little move, making it 2-0. And I decided to open up a juicy set 2-pack after that game. So we're 2-0 in the episode. We have already added Camilo Duvall. Now we open up this pack where we did get the base round, and I'm just going to add some speed to our bench in Lou Brock. I did forget to mention before this game, we did throw obviously supercharged Trey Turner in the lineup after that first game, just trying to get a little bit more speed out there. And I wanted to get another righty in the lineup. So we put him in for Corbin Carroll, who is on our bench right now. And in game 3, Ray Durham is going to be the guy who gets us started. A leadoff single, and then we followed up with a 2-run bomb. 401 for Ray Durham, giving us an early lead. But you know me. You know how I operate. We take a 2-run lead, and then we immediately give it back-to-back homers to start off the 3rd inning. You thought I was done there, but I wasn't actually. I was just trying not to foreshadow. 2 batters later, Jimmy Rollins is going to go oppo. We went from up 2 to down 1. Don Sutton not getting it done. He's given up 3 on 31 pitches, but we're going to fight right back. Kugler, slider down and in, a dot, but we golfed it out of there. It is 3-3 now. Top 4. Leadoff man is going to get on. He inside outs that pitch down and in for a single out the center. Chipper Jones then comes up 0-2. Soft line drive back of the pitcher. Kind of wish he would have let that go. It would have been a double play ball at the shortstop. Next batter comes up, pokes one right side. Prince doesn't make the play, but the second baseman will. Allows that runner to move up, and then Robinson Cano. I thought that was through the hole for an RBI single off the bat. I'm not going to lie. But Ray Durham got there, made the play, and we get through the inning. Now we're going to skip into the 8th where things start to get sweaty. He's got a runner on first with 2 outs. A wild pitch, move the runner up to second, and then we get Ken Griffey Jr. to chase down. That pitch kind of hung up a little bit, but he rips it down the line. A back and forth game, and now late in this one in the 8th inning, he takes the lead with 2 outs. That wild pitch ends up coming back to haunt us, and we're down in this game until Trey Turner comes up. OG gangster Trey with the solo shot to left. A nuke for Trey Turner ties it up. Babe Ruth then comes up with momentum and a perfect line out. A perfect line out for Babe Ruth. And just when you thought I was excited, that legitimately knocked all the wind right back out of my sails. We end up going into extra innings in this one. Top 10, runner on second. After a pop-up, I challenge him up and in the Vlad, and he hits a nuke. And that home run right there honestly did trigger me a little bit. I was frustrated. I thought I had the game in my hands just a few innings ago. And he ends up hitting a bomb here in the 10th, and we are down 2 in extra innings. I decide to go to Al Kaline against the lefty to lead off the 10th, and it couldn't have paid off any better. This back and forth affair is not done. Another 2-run bomb to tie it. We giveth and we taketh away. We have fired back and scored in the bottom half of every single inning he scored in this game. And now Trey Turner back up there again after the homer. I thought that was an infield single off the bat, but nice play by Jimmy Rollins. So there's 1 out for Babe Ruth, who rips one down the line. That's going to be a base hit. Did get to it before it got to the corner, so no double. Brings up Pujols. Might take 2 hits to score this run, but Albert Pujols is going to get under a hanging changeup and send us home. Albert Pujols sends us home. 2-run bomb. One of the most electric games I've ever played. We win it 8-6. Trey Turner and Albert Pujols both go parallel 1 post game, and that got our rating up, I believe, to 760-ish. 3 straight wins, somewhere in the 760, 770 range. I'm not sure. I believe this game right here is for championship series. If we win this game, we get in championship series. And after we just added Hank Aaron after that last game, we're in a sweaty one. Prince Fielder let that ball land right in front of him. Bottom 2, 1 out, bases loaded. That was big because the very next pitch, he ends up hitting a sacrifice fly to left. So he does capitalize on that extra opportunity. Prince Fielder did not get to that ball. Our opponent takes an early lead 1-0. The good news is Pedro Martinez comes up, so he doesn't do anything else with the opportunity. He's got to keep Pedro in the game. I didn't do anything in the top of the third, and really I got off to a really slow start in this game. As you can see, you're getting a lot more pitching in this one than usual early in the game. We had to work a bit with Pedro. He was hitting balls hard. He had kind of this Phillies team build here, the Chase Utley, Ryan Howard in the 3-4. He was having good at-bats, and he was pitching good with Pedro. But top four here, Abe Ruth pokes one out the center, and this is where I started having better at-bats, started taking some pitches a little off the plate, being a little bit more precise with my swings. We did go get that slider. I thought we crushed it, and we sent the runner on contact. My swing felt great, but that pitch had a little bit more run than I anticipated, and it ended up tail spinning down to a glove, and we get doubled up at first. But I left that inning feeling a lot better about just my eye on Pedro in general. I was excited to get back in the box. The bottom four, it was crucial that we had a quick inning, and after 2 consecutive quick outs, Harrison Bader's going to strike out on a hanger, and that just gave me even more momentum to get things going. Yordan Alvarez smokes a first pitch fastball for a leadoff base hit, and I accidentally cut the clip out, but I actually went to second because he fired it to first base from the outfield, and I anticipated it, and that mistake on his part gave me an extra bag, and we end up scoring on a base hit very next batter. So now it's all tied up. Runner's been moved over to third with 1 out, and Francisco Alvarez is going to hit a soft fly ball to right. I thought about going here because we had good speed, but 2 outs, we can try and get a hit with Prince, and that's exactly what we do. We go down and get the changeup. We smoke it back up the middle for an RBI single, and we go from down 1 to up 2 in the 5th inning. Skipping into the 9th, that's all that we would need. Ryan Howard's going to line out the center field for the 2nd out, and then a ground ball to third base where Albert Pujols will knock it down and make the toss. We win it 2-1, and then we open up another juicy pack, this time the set 1 afterwards. This was actually the only pack of the entire run where we don't actually use the card we get. We got the base round, didn't need them. On to the next game. We are now in Championship Series. We are in Championship Series. This is big. We're only a couple wins away from World Series. We got to get going, and we do exactly that. A 2-run bomb with 2 outs off the end of the bat for Yordan Alvarez in the 1st inning. 2-0's the score, not done there. Top 2, runner on third with 1 out, holding there for a sac fly. I thought he was going to catch it. Should have sent fielder even earlier. Maybe could have got the third, but it's going to be an RBI double off the wall, giving us a 3-0 lead. Next inning, bottom half, Yordan makes a nice play getting to that. I think he thought he hit it harder than he did, and he got up out of there. He said, "I'm out, ejectocito, cuz." Wasn't happy. Not a big gap there, and it was early in the game, but that win right there actually got Greg Maddux to parallel 5. We've been waiting to get that done. Finally got Greg Maddux to parallel 5, and we unlocked Aaron Judge naturally post-game, which I thought was pretty cool. So moving on to the next one. Picked up Jorge Posada as a backup catcher, switch hitter that we added to our bench after that game, and we are ready to rock with Adam Wainwright again. Starts this game, dot. But Chipper Jones off the end of the bat sneaks one by Albert Pujols at third, and that is the first base runner of the ballgame. Ken Griffey Jr. then flies out the center, and Jimmy Fox is going to roll a 2-ball around the horn. 5-4-3 for Albert Pujols, and Hank Aaron in his secondary gives us a chance to go score the first run of this game, which we will do very luckily, might I add. That's a bad PCI, and we were out in front. The max out hitting stats, Babe Ruth just muscles it over the wall for a 1-0 score. So now we're into the second with a lead. O'Neal Cruz going to make this play for the 2nd out of the inning. Adam Wainwright at just 13 pitches. He's swing happy. He's swinging at everything. Up, down, in, out. I'm dotting. I'm feeling good until the 3rd, where he gets an inside out swing to sneak through there. And this is where he felt like he started to get going. Knocked that one through for the base runner, then he flew out deep. Pitcher spot comes up, and he's going to bunt the runner up in the scoring position. Now he's got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. He's got 2 good swings this inning, and Chipper Jones annihilates a cutter in off the plate. I know that looked like a meter on the screen, but that cutter was in off the plate on the hands. He was just sitting on it and destroyed it and gave himself a lead. And this point is when he started to really get going. Ken Griffey Jr. almost went back-to-back there, lines out to the wall. But you know me, I'm not done, and we're going to score a ton of runs too. Smokes this ball out to left, gets it right back, and we are once again tied. Albert Pujols later in the inning It's another. Give me both runs back. You score 2, I score 2. We're now up by 1. It's 3-2. Albert Pujols' 4th home run. I had to replay this one. I meant no disrespect, but that ball hit the light pole. That baseball hit the light pole, and it hit the light pole very high up on the light pole, and I kind of wish the stats weren't on the screen ruining it. Either way, into the 5th, where our opponent's going to get a leadoff base hit off of Blake Trinan, and you're going to see a plethora of good hits on good pitches moving forward the rest of this game. Luis Gonzalez in with 1 out and that runner on first. We're going to try and go the other way with a sinker, and he's going to smoke that through the hole for a base hit. Solid sinker right there, right out on the corner of the plate. And then 2-2, Chipper Jones does damage again. This might be the highest pointing home run I've ever given up in MLB The Show. We tried to elevate a fastball. He was late on the sinker the whole inning, and this pitch went to Mars. Legitimately 400 feet straight up in the air for a 3-run homer. Makes it 5-3. He cashes in. The guy just, his at-bat started to improve. I tried to get into the bullpen. Nothing was really working. Not only was he getting a lot of hard contact himself, a lot of good swings on his part, he was really sneaking in a lot of the inside-out singles as well, and then cashing in on them. That first rally there for 3 runs in the 5th being one of the primary examples of it. This guy gets base runners. He was taking care of business. But plenty of ball game for us to come back here. We've scored a ton of runs today. We're at 6-3 here, bottom 6 for Albert Pujols with 1 out, and that's just a dot. That's a dot. I don't know what happened on that first swing with Babe Ruth. I was kind of all over it, but he got no exit velo. Then he dotted us up there for the 2nd out, and Jordan barrels up a line drive into the gap for the 3rd out. So after giving up a bunch of runs, having an inning like that is a little tough. Get a couple good swings on Chapman, no base runners. Kind of reshapes your mental. And this one at this point was just kind of a sinking ship. We get a base runner here with 1 out or 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. We do nothing with it. We're going to roll it over to 3rd base to the top of the 8th. Now, still just a 3-run game. We can do this. We're a double bloop and a blast, but he gets another one to drop, and then he cashes in on it. Beautiful baseball. Well-located cutter right off the back corner. David Ortiz smokes it to dead center. At this point, we're tipping. I mean, you could probably tell by my tone halfway through this game where this one was going. But Freddie, I mean, this sequence right here kind of just sums up my go in this one. Freddie Freeman's going to get that weird one to just sneak over the wall, much like the Babe Ruth swing earlier in the game. And then Babe Ruth's going to barrel up a sinker for a line out. Because nothing makes sense. Chipper Jones again comes up. That's a 4-hit game for Chipper Jones. He has 2 doubles and 2 home runs. And now he's going to come around and score on the Ken Griffey Jr. single. That's getting worked here. Getting absolutely worked. He's just taking advantage of it. And I think I showed the charts after this game. We'll break down the charts. My opponent was smoking good pitches. All of his home runs are close to the black. He's got a lot of hard contact swings like that one right there that are right on the black or just off. And he was doing it, as you can see here, inside, outside, sinker, cutter, off speed, fastball straight up like the Chipper Jones home run. He was doing it all. I was trying to find a corner in an area that worked. We were getting some outs early in the game, but he just went to business on us in the middle to late innings of this one, and he ends up going 10-4 on us. 10-4 on us. Our first loss of the entire run comes when we had an 8-4. Oh wait, yes. I'm sorry. That last game we were already in championship series. We got in championship series 2 games ago. The last game got us to an 820 rating or an 840 rating, and at this game we were at the 840 area. But look at this chart right here. My man had 15 hard hit balls. 10 of them were hits. Only 25 hard hit or 25 weak hit balls the entire game. The guy was locked. He was locked. Yeah, at this point, we were 841. That game bumped us down to 819. And if you looked at the timestamp on that game, you would notice that I actually was, I only had about 3 hours left to get into World Series at that point. So after we lost that game, kind of gave us a super tight window. I could have taken one more shot at it if we would have gone 4-0 in 3 hours, which is doable. I could have gotten in, but honestly, I just kind of wanted to get to work on this video for you guys because this run was actually a ton of fun, and this season honestly was just, you know, things happen. It is what it is. All in all, we only lost 2 games the entire season, and this team looks phenomenal. That's it, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure you hammer that thumbs up down below. Like I said, make sure you comment your MVP, Cy Young picks, all that jazz in the comment section down below. I'm always all ears on opinions and thoughts on the series or things that we can change, especially this time of year. We are now in the back half. Love for them to add like a weekend league type deal so I could take the Pack Squad team into weekend league and see what we could do there. That would be dope. Imagine something like that. Anyway, Pack Squad's alive and well. If you enjoy, hit that thumbs up down below. If you're new to the channel, go watch all the Pack Squad's videos. There's a playlist. The seasons are color coordinated. If you go into the playlist, check out the seasons. They will change colors at the start of every new season, so you know exactly where you're at. Super simple. They're also in order. Do your thing. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Use code Shelfy at Seatgeek. $20 off your tickets. Hockey, basketball, concerts. It's not just baseball. Take advantage. I'm out. Peace. Say it with your chest now.